Okay, good afternoon once again. We are back with Microsoft Access database. Now this time, I want to teach you how to create the database objects using the SQL. So, first thing first, we have to create a blank database by clicking on these ones. Okay, so once you click on the blank database, we are going to have a file which we're going to create and give it a name. Okay, so now let's see. This time, okay, well, we can maintain the same auto billing system, but we're going to call it billing system with SQL. Okay, just for any purpose, we create this file. Okay, so once the file is created, we have to create the tables. By this time, we have to create these tables using the DDL, the data definition language, which is part of SQL. Okay, so let's begin. So all the time when this opens, we need to close this table. We need to close this table so we can have the blank database, as you can see from here. And where do you go if you want to create a table using SQL? So you actually have to go to create, okay, because you're creating a file. By this time, we want to look at the table design. In this case, once you click on create, you go to query design. That's where you're going to find SQL. Yes, it will pop up, but with nothing because there are no table that I've created. So you simply close this. Once you close this, then you can see on the top left corner, you can see SQL. Click on the view, and SQL view. This view comes, so you remove what is there. Right. So this is a page where I'm going to write the SQL statements that will do your business. Okay, that will do the tables for you. That also do the filtering of the data in the database. Right, so let's begin with the customer table. Remember, all the keywords with SQL are supposed to be capitalized. So as you can see, while you're going to be doing the SQL statements, some terms will be in capital letters, others will be in lower cases, which means those are not keywords. So let us begin creating a table called customer table. So, right, create is a keyword supposed to be in capital letters. Even table is a keyword supposed to be in capital letters. In other case, write customer table 1, right? And open the bracket, enter. Then we start putting the fields. So begin with customer count. Yes, you put the type of this field, which is a number, then space. Then we indicate that this key is a primary key. So indicate primary key like that. Comma. So once you're done specifying one field, you have to separate this thing by a comma. Right. Then enter. You go to first name. First name. First name is text. So type is text. Then we go to middle name. Middle name is text also, comma. Don't forget to put in commas. Well, it is text, comma, plus there as a field. Then this is text, right? Enter. You put contact. That number, this is number. After return, we can put NRC, okay, NRC, which is text also. C is text. Okay. Now, since it is last field, you don't have to put a comma. Just enter and close the bracket like that and put semicolon. Remember that this code, if you miss a comma, you make the semicolons, anything that you miss, it won't run. So once you type this and then you run it, this code is going to create a table called as the table. So let's test it. You go to design, make sure that you design, and you click on run. So let's click on run. There we are for the table design for us. If you want to confirm it, you can right click on it, design view. There you are for the table. Right, with the primary key customer. So this is another way of creating database objects such as tables by using SQL. Right. So perhaps we'd like to save this code in case we want to get back to it. So we can call it customer. You can call it customer. You just stick to lower cases. Customer. You can call it customer table. SQL. So this code is close it now. So to make the billing table same procedure, you go to create, then query design, close this, you need it, go to SQL view. Okay, so we put the keyword there, create, sorry, let me just go to caps lock, then say create table, you can give it a name, it's a billing table. Then open the bracket, then start putting the fields. So begin with what you can call this time as view number. Okay, view number, let's just stick to our cases. Okay, so you can maintain the keywords only. So billing number, the best thing is just view number. Then you can actually do this text, okay, this type as number. Then it's also a primary key, so you can quickly indicate that. Okay, it's a primary key. Right? Comma, come down. Then you put the other field, okay, which is the present reading, right, which is also type, number. Then you can go to previous. Previous reading, which is of type number. Well, then you can go to units consumed, which is also number other type. Then you can move on to unit cost. This one is money, so it is going to be carries. Carries. Move to amount consumed. You want to now see the unit consumed in terms of carries. So again, this is also money, so that's to put in carries. Right. So thereafter we put balance by what? It's also money, so it will be carries every time. Right. And then total balance. Right? Balance, this is also carries. Comma. Then we've got amount paid, which is also carries. Then we've got amount or win, yes, pay or underpay the company, you or you owe the company. Then we've got also date, we call it due date. Date. Right. So this now is date. Just type. Then we've got also date and date of payment. Date of payment. So this is going to be also date as a type. Now we are going to put a foreign key, which is going to refer to the customer table where it resides initially. So how do you do that? You type, right? The foreign key, custom account. The type should be same type as in the parent table, and then you refer to the parent table. So say references, right? You say references to which table? You refer to the table. It has to be the same spelling here. So customer, as the spellings are different, it will work. So customer table, then you open the bracket. Which one specifically? You are referring to customer account, right? In this case, open the bracket, time parent bit, then the last field, you end up with a comma, just close the bracket, and the same code. So now let's run this code. If there are no errors, it will create the billing table, and it will also create the relationship because of this code you're putting. Right. So make sure that you're in design menu and you click on run. Right. So there's something wrong, so you have to check if you have left a comma or you have left this. So let's see the same syntax here in create table. So just quickly click on OK and see what could be. Yes, we have seen people. Have you seen the problem? We didn't put a comma here, okay, after currents. So we need to put comma so that it can work, okay, without problems. So corrected this error, we left a comma. Let's see if that error is corrected. So click on run. Okay, so the table is designed here. You can see it's there. So once you click on it, go to design view, you'll see everything there. View number, primary key, and all the table. And also you can go to database tools and check that you've got relationships done because of that code you have to set the reference. Okay, that means you have killed two birds with one stone. You have done the table, you have done the relationship. Okay. So let us save this code also. You can save it as build. You can save it as billing, okay, billing table, then SQL. So we can refer to it next in case you want to make it or use the table. You can close this. So right now what we're going to do, we have practice the data definition language where we have created the tables using SQL. Now this time we'd like to practice data manipulation language, the DML. Now, for us to practice the DML, which is just used to filter the content of the database, we'd like to have some details in the tables. So perhaps I'm going to put 3 contents just for the sake of filter. I'm going to double click on the customer table. So this time I'm going to avoid creating forms because I'm not interested in the form design, just interested in the SQL. So I can quickly go straight to the table and set the details. Put the details there. The details. Okay, so I plus. Yes, of course, these view are just for purpose. Right, so it goes to low cost. Then Don't just enter three names. Right. So basically, let me just save this data filter, and also do the same for billing table. Okay, just put figure there, figures, right? Figures. Since going to put the formulas, details that I put there. Let's put any details, just put any tables. Otherwise, as you saw from the previous lecture, if there's a formula, always going to automatically. Okay, so the due dates, date, right. Go to the second customer. Then figures, and where this figure coming from. Okay, the follow effect. Just speed it up. Finish. Right. So next one was to put in the figures, operations. This data that we're putting here is going to help us. Okay, it's going to help us to know, okay, how to filter the content of the database. Okay, that's why we are trying to put this. All right. So at least we have put the details there. So imagine this is your data, okay, in the database tables. Now I want to filter it and get the contents that satisfies your need. So what do? Right. So now let's see, okay, if we can actually try to answer this problem fast. We want to filter the database content, okay, as follows. First of all, we want to write a SQL statement which can list all the customers, okay, in the database. So let us see how that can be done. So you go to SQL, remember, you go to query design, you close this, you don't need it, and you go to SQL. Now this time you're going to filter the database. The syntax, the keywords that we're going to use will be different from the previous DDL language when creating the database tables. Now this time I want to select all the customers, so we're going to use this keyword, select. Instead of getting everything, we use a style or style. Then we're going to say from which table. Getting all the customers from the customer table. So select everything, then from customer table, we put semicolon. Then we run this code. It's going to give us a view that consists of what you want. So there we are. So put all these customers filter because wanting all the customers. So this is our view, which we can save as customer view. equate customer view 1. All right. So we can refer to it later on. So I close this one. Now, another thing that we want to practice is, what if we are just told to select just few fields from the table? Just interested in 2 fields or 3. For example, we want to select the last name and the contact number of all the customers. So what do you do? So you go to create, then query design, cancel this, go to SQL, then you type select, right? Remember, select is a keyword that the calculator select. Now this time you just want to pick last name. Spelling is supposed to be the same, comma, and you want to pick contact number. From which table? From the keyword supposed to be calculator. From the customer table. Then you put a semicolon. Right. So in this case, we're not going to pick, okay? We're not going to pick everything. We just want to pick last name and the contact details from the customer table. So this is how you filter. Let's see how this will run. So you design there, then you click on run. So as you can see, from the old table, we have just filtered last name and the contact number. So this is how you filter the database using the DML, data manipulation language. So we can maybe save this also. We can save it as customer. Right? You can save it as customer 2. So at least you have seen how you can filter the database just by picking interested columns or fields that you want and leaving the rest. There is not so. Now, what about if there's also a condition? I told you to filter the database with a particular condition. For example, we want to look at this question. List all the customers who belongs to I class. So I want to pick all the customers, but they belong to I class. So how do you handle that when there's a condition? So let us see how that can be handled. Same procedure, you go to query design, you close this, I'm interested in this, then SQL. Then from there, we are going to select everything because we want all the details of customers. Okay, from the customer table, right? But what end from level? There's a condition. The condition is customers should belong to I class. So we're going to introduce another clause which is very important, which we call where. So say where, okay, because the where is used for conditions. So say where, and you say class is equal to, remember this is text, that was in double inverted commas, and you can say hi. We're interested in the hi. So this code is going to pick all the customers from the customer table, but those that satisfy the condition as hi. So let's run this. Right, so you can see it has filtered the customers, but only those that belongs to I class. That's those that belong to low class are not taken. Let's check from the original table. Okay, check from the original table. But for that, I'd like to save this. I'd like to save it as customer view 3, right? So now I wanted us to check the original table. So see, right, so in the original table, there is one customer who's low, so he has not been picked, right? As you can see, they have only picked these 2 customers, the 100 and the 102, who are only high. So if you check the customer view 3, yes, you see there's only 100 and 102. So these customers are all high. So this is how you handle, okay, filtering if there's a condition. All right, good. Now let's look at the situation where, because if you look at this database as 2 tables, there's customer table and it's billing table. And what if it happens that you want to pick details from both tables and filter them at the same time? So what do you do? In that case, we have to join the tables. So let me show you how we can handle this arrangement. Because we want to look at this question. List all the customers whose unit cost is less than 300. So in this case, unit cost, rather not unit cost, we are talking about unit consumed. whose unit cost is less than, in this case we can say less than 3,000, right? Because that's the figure that we have. So how would you handle this? So you go to same procedure, create, query design, close this, you don't want this, click on SQL. So we want to select all the details. By this time, we're going to get the details from both tables. So you join the tables from here. So say customer table. You can either join it on the left or right. So let's use left join. These are keywords. Join, then billing table. Billing table, spelling has to be the same. Then you can say we are joining this for what? Specify on, right? You can say customer, okay, customer table dot customer count, which is the primary here, is equal to billing table. Remember, in here it is a foreign. So it's a billing table dot customer. Spellings are not okay. It means it complete. So by doing this, we have joined the two tables. Now there is a condition. You're saying the unit consumed has to be less than 3,000. So you say, since you're dealing with the two tables, you don't have to just write a field directly like that. Just to pass through a table. So in this case, the unit consumed belongs to billing table. So we have to write, okay, we have to say where, say billing table, okay, dot units consumed. Unit consumed is less than 3,000. By the way, this 3,000 is a number. Don't have to put double break commas, just like that. Put a semicolon. So now this code is going to join the two tables and filter based on this condition only those customers with unit consumed less than 3,000. Let's see if this code has no errors. So we go to run. Perfect. So it has filtered. As you can see, it has joined the two tables. All the details from customer table and the billing table comes. So this is how you handle a situation whereby you need to get data from two tables or three tables based on relationship. So in that way, you need just to join the tables, then you can filter. So you can see this as customer view. You can call it view number 4. Okay, so moving people, you can see if you're a bit behind, you can rewind video, more time until there. Now, for the sake of moving, let's look at now, okay, situations whereby I want to get the details of the table and do some calculations on them. For example, want to add those details, we want to find the average, or we want to look at which one is the highest and the lowest. So this is where aggregation methods in SQL comes in. So at this stage now, I want to look at how we can apply these aggregation methods when it comes to the details of the data. So for example, if you're told to say calculate the sum of total balance, right? The billing table has total balance, but you want to calculate all the sum of customer total balance. So use the same technique, go to query design. For this, if you want this, SQL. By the way, the aggregation methods are only used as select clause. So in this case, we want to answer the sum of all the total balance. So you can use the keyword sum. What are we summing? We are summing the total balance. Right, make sure the spelling is the same or else we're going to have errors. Then we can rename this, okay, column as total. Okay, we can call it total balance. Enter. So this is coming from which table? We're going to do this from the billing what? From the billing table. Okay. So we're going to add, okay, the total balance in the column of the total balance from getting table. So you can see this one is going to give us, right? So we have used the word total balance in this case because total balance is also used to calculate it. So now let's choose a different word which can work. So please be mindful when it comes to the naming of the columns. So we can call it sum. We can call it sum, okay, or balance. Maybe that will work. There won't be any confusion in terms of keywords. Sum of balance. Then you can pick it. So as you can see, I've got the figure 28,379. So it has picked all the total balances and then add them, come up with this. Okay. So this is how you manipulate the data that you get from the tables. You can do the summation to them, or you can do the average. So speaking of average, let's see how we can also find the average. Let's say this number 5. Right? So we close this one, then we can go to create some procedure. We don't want this SQL. So we want to find average. Average is AVG. We don't finish it. Then we can put total. Let's go. You can put N. You can solve for N if you. But in this case, we are referring to total balance in my example. This we can call it. You can call it mean. Because mean is just average, and this is coming from the beginning. Want to find the average, let's run it. Yes, so this is the average from the total balance. So we can do a lot of things with Access when it comes to SQL. So very powerful tool, Access. You want to understand it. Now, what about if you want to count all the customers, okay, in the system? What do you do? So before I show you that, let me save this as customer view number 6. Remember, these are views, are temporal tables. So close this, go to create, design, close this, SQL. Now I want to know how many customers are in the system. So the keyword to use is count. So I use count. Then what am I going to count in? I'm going to count the customer. Okay. So I'm going to use customer count because I have to use a numeric figure to count. That then I can call this as number. Okay. Number of customers. Heading. So now this is coming from where? It's coming from the customer. Nice. So I'll put send from there. Then I'm going to run this. As you can see, I've got only 3 customers. I just entered 3. So if you entered more than that, you can pick the number that you capture. Very easy. Right? Save this one. Customer. View number 7, right? Yeah, number 7. Then okay. Okay, so what else? I want to show something now. Okay, the times up I want to use nested SQL, right? In what situations where you cannot actually use an aggregation method anywhere else apart from inside, but you're actually compelled to use 2 aggregation methods at the same time. So what do you do? In that case, you come up with the nested what? Nested SQL. For example, you're told list all the customers with the lowest total balance. So if you look at this question, there's an SQL that will sort out the lowest, and there should be an SQL that's supposed to sort out the condition that will point to the lowest in terms of what? Total balance. So in this case, we're going to apply nested SQL. So how do you do that? Okay, so let's go to design some procedure for this. So in this case, we want to pick all the customers with the lowest total balance. So I'm going to get this. Okay, remember these details supposed to come from both tables, not just from the table. So we're going to link the two tables. So customer, just like what we did last time. Customer table. This is the customer table. Then use left join. Going to use right join. Then billing table on what? On. Okay, so say customer table. Customer equals to billing table dot customer account, which is foreign key. So the spelling has to be the same. Once I do this, now I can do the where. Where, right? Where I want to compare the lowest total balance. So say where billing, okay, billing table dot, right, total balance is equal to, this is when I'm going to create another sub SQL, is equal to the lowest total balance. How do you know? We're going to use an aggregation method. So say select mean, okay, mean for minimum. Then you say total balance. Balance, right, from which table? From billing table, right? Billing. When you close this, then you put this. Okay. So what this SQL inside will do to calculate or find the lowest total balance from the billing table, which should be compared to the total balance here, which we're looking for, which will help us to filter all the customers that have the lowest what? Lowest total balance. So let's run this. If there are any errors, it will pop up. If there are no errors, it will quickly lead us to what we want. So make sure that you're on design what we want. Perfect. As you can see, it has picked, okay, this customer, Mary. So if you look at this customer from the details you add, yes, it is a customer with the lowest total balance, so this is the right. So basically, this is how you use nested SQL, more especially if you need to apply, okay, to need the services of another SQL on a particular condition. So it's very simple, just understand the syntax and everything becomes so easy. So save this one, we'll save it as customer. Okay, customer view number. You can call this as view number 8. Then click OK. So there's so many things that you can do with the database, okay, Access with SQL, because Access is a very powerful tool for database processing and filtering. So once you master these concepts that you have captured here and practiced here, you can actually teach yourself any other MySQL application that you would like, okay, to use in application or to filter the database in your endeavors. So please, I encourage you to run through the video once again so that you can actually master the concepts and apply them in your daily activities. Right. So now, after this lecture, I'm going to give my students, okay, an assessment which are called an open book test, which they're going to submit next week, Wednesday. Please, if we are done with all the assessments, you can use this open book test as a revision. Or if you are not yet done with your assessments, please take this assessment, okay, okay, as an official notification for the final CA. Right, so what is this assessment that you're going to look at? Okay, so now let's see. Okay, right, this one. This is an assessment that I want you to practice. So for those that are not done with assessments, are still okay, trying to finish the assessments, more especially the DIT students, the CBA programs, I want you to take this assessment seriously and submit it on the very date, Wednesday, 17/30, November this year. And those that are done with all the assessments, they're comfortable with all the assessments, they're covered, take this assessment as part of the vision to practice for the exams. So as you can see, this assessment has 3 questions. So all these questions requires that someone watch a video, okay, very carefully, the one that you're just from watching. Watch it very carefully, and also you can use it to answer these questions without difficulties. So please, question 1, okay, ends from here, and question 2 starts from here and ends from here. And also question 3 starts from here, and if you want to see the full question 3, you flip the page, you find, okay, other part of question 3 on the side. Okay, so C, D, and E of question 3 is the side. So once you are done with C, D, and E of question 3, that will mean end of the test. Right. So go back, pause the video, answer the questions. Okay. Once you're done with this page, you can move to next and finish the questions just like this. So people, for those that are going to take this test and submit it on Wednesday, okay, I wish you all the best. For those that are going to use this test as a revision, please, all the best in the final exams as you prepare to write the database management system course very soon. Okay, see you next time.